What if the loose skin, the aching knees, the slow healing scrapes you've blamed on the years passing have far less to do with the collagen you're eating and everything to do with whether your body can still build its own? I am Morphix, old as the roots, wise as the soil. Let me show you what the land has always known. I have watched a curious thing happen lately. People swallow spoonfuls of collagen powder and wait for their skin to firm like a drum. But here is what the gut actually does, and I have watched it for a very long time. When you eat collagen, the body tears it apart. It does not float up to your face intact. It is broken into pieces, scattered into the great pool of building blocks the body draws from. So the real question was never, how much collagen can I eat? It was always, can my body still assemble it? And there is one quiet thing that decides that, a humble nutrient found in fruit and hedgerow berries, that the body absolutely cannot make collagen without. I have seen what happens when it vanishes. On the old sailing ships, men whose collagen could no longer hold went soft in the gums. Their old wounds split open. Their teeth fell from their heads. They called it scurvy. It was, plainly, the body's collagen collapsing for want of that single nutrient. The cure was not meat. It was a wedge of citrus. So no, the unraveling is not simply the inevitable price of age. The body keeps building, all your life, if you give it what it needs. So let me give you 7 snacks, and I'll be honest about each one, because half of them don't contain a thread of collagen at all. Some are animal foods that carry it directly. Some are humble plants that hand your body the tools to make its own. Most are cheap. Most are common. Some are simmering on a stove right now in kitchens across the world. And stay with me, because 2 will surprise you. There's a roadside weed most people step over, yet a whole nation once sent its children out to gather it by the ton when the citrus ran dry. And there's a pot of broth nearly every ancient culture invented on its own, called a medicine for 1,000 years, though the truth of what it actually delivers may not be what you've been told. If this knowledge belongs in your life, tap subscribe and stay rooted, because the rooted aren't just subscribers. They're the ones who carry this knowledge forward. Number 1, bone broth, the ancient comfort, contains collagen. Simmered from the bones and joints of cattle or hen, Bos taurus, Gallus gallus, drawn out over long hours. When bones and connective tissue simmer for half a day, the collagen within softens into gelatin, releasing the amino acids, glycine, proline, that your body keeps in its building pool. It supports the raw material. It does not march to your skin as collagen. Now I'll be straight with you, as I always am. Researchers tested batch after batch of broth and found the amount of those building blocks wanders wildly from pot to pot, far less, often, than the old claims promise. Broth is comfort and nourishment. It is not a measured medicine. I have sat beside this pot in every corner of the world. The physician Maimonides wrote of chicken soup as food and remedy 8 centuries ago, the seed of what your grandmothers called Jewish penicillin. I watched it simmer as pho in Vietnam, as oxbone soup in Korea. A people of South America even had a saying, good broth can raise the dead. The action, simmer bones, feet and joints give the most gelatin, with a splash of vinegar to draw it out. Sip a warm mug as your snack, and squeeze in lemon, or serve it beside something green and bright, because the broth brings the building blocks, and vitamin C is the hand that assembles them. Number 2, crispy skin, the whole animal wisdom, contains collagen. The crackled skin of the pig or the hen, chicharron, the rind, the crisp. Skin is nearly pure collagen, the type 1 kind that scaffolds your own. Crisped, it carries real protein and those same building blocks the body craves. There's no study showing a bowl of pork rinds firms your face. Let me not pretend otherwise. This is tradition and good sense, not proven cure. But I have watched the lean years teach people to waste nothing. Nose to tail, they called it. The whole animal honored. The chicharron of Mexico and Peru, the crisp skin prized from Bangkok to Beijing. Nothing thrown away. The action, roast or air fry the skin till it crackles. Crush the rinds into a coating for baked fish. And serve it the old way, with lime, with fresh tomato salsa, so the vitamin C rides along. But eat it with restraint. It's heavy with salt and fat. A treat, not a daily bread. Number 3. Homemade gelatin gummies. The honest trick. Contains collagen and its key partner. Plain gelatin, collagen already half unwound, set firm with real fruit juice. This little snack is the whole lesson in your palm. The gelatin gives the collagen pieces. The juice gives the vitamin C that lets your body actually use them. Together, not apart. And here is the closest thing to proof I can offer you honestly. Researchers gave people gelatin with vitamin C an hour before exercise, and the marker of fresh collagen building in their blood doubled. The pairing did what neither could alone. Mind you, that marker leans toward bone, so I won't promise your wrinkles, but the principle held. Building blocks plus vitamin C, and the body gets to work. I remember the sick rooms of old England, where calf's foot jelly, a wobbling, gelatin tonic, was spooned to the frail to bring back their strength. They trusted the jelly. They simply never knew to pair it with the fruit. The action, bloom your gelatin, warm it gently, never a hard boil. Stir it into real orange or berry juice, and set it in molds. The partner is built right in. But know this, the benefit in the studies came from grams taken daily for weeks. One gummy is a delight, not a remedy. Number 4, sardines, the whole little fish. Contains collagen and more. The humble sardine, Sardina pilchardus, eaten entire, skin and soft bone and all. Eat the whole fish, and you take in collagen from skin and bone, complete protein, the soft bone's calcium, and the omega-3 oils that quiet the very inflammation that tears collagen down. It supports skin, bone, and the connective web between. The nourishment is beyond dispute, and studies of those who eat such small fish weekly link it with stronger, less fracture-prone bones. An association, mind you, not a promise. I have watched fishing villages from Portugal to the Philippines live on these little fish for centuries. Cheap, complete, keeping families whole long before any icebox existed. The action, eat them straight from the tin, mashed onto toast, bones and all, for that's where the calcium hides. Lay them over tomato and pepper with a squeeze of lemon. The vitamin C, again, completing the work. Stay with me now. The ones still ahead are the ones that matter most, for they hold the single key the others depend on. If this honest telling serves you, tap that like. It's how the others find their way to the green. 3 left. The most important of all is coming. Number 5, citrus and berries, the builder's fuel. Contains no collagen, and that's the point. The orange and lemon, citrus, and the dark berry, strawberry, blueberry, blackberry. Not one thread of collagen lives in these. What they carry is greater. The vitamin C your body must have to weave collagen at all, and in the dark berries, compounds that shield the collagen you already own from the enzymes that would shred it. They build and they guard. This is the surest science I'll give you all day. Not emerging, not hopeful, but settled. Vitamin C is the key that turns the lock of collagen making. Without it, the whole machine stops. And this is the first thing I teased you with the scurvy. In 1747, a ship's surgeon named James Lind took 12 failing sailors and tried 6 remedies. Only the citrus brought men back from the edge. I watched whole crews saved by a fruit they'd sailed right past, and the British sailor earned his old nickname, Limey, from the cure itself. The action, Keep citrus segments and a handful of berries as your simplest snack and pair them with anything collagen-rich every time. Eat them fresh. Heat and time bleed the vitamin C away. The sailors learned that the hard way when boiled juice failed them. Number 6. Rosehips, the weed that saved a nation. Contains no collagen, pure builder's fuel. The fruit of the wild rose, Rosa canina, the red hip left on the bramble after the bloom falls. Here is the roadside weed I promised you. It holds one of the richest stores of vitamin C in the whole plant kingdom, by weight, many times that of an orange, the very cofactor your collagen making depends on. And I watched its finest hour. In the Second World War, when the ships carrying citrus could no longer reach Britain's shores, the people turned to the hedgerows. Schoolchildren, scouts, whole village women's groups went out and gathered rosehips by the hundreds of tons, paid a few coins a bundle, boiled gently into a national rosehip syrup, and spooned free to the children, so that not one would want for that nutrient. A despised weed became a nation's shield. I have never forgotten it. The action: simmer the hips gently into a syrup or tea, gentle heat, to spare the vitamin C. But strain well. There are fine hairs inside that must be removed, for they irritate. A spoonful of that syrup is hedgerow medicine, free for the foraging. Number 7. Oysters, the mineral keystone. The cofactors the others forget. The oyster, Crassostrea, and its kin, the mussel and the shrimp. I save this for last because it carries what every other item quietly forgets. Building collagen takes more than amino acids and vitamin C. It takes copper to cross-link the fibers and lock them strong, and zinc to drive the synthesis and heal the wound. The oyster is the richest source of zinc on the whole table, and copper besides. The mineral's role is settled science. These are the tools the enzymes literally cannot work without. I remember when oysters were poor folks' food, shoveled up by the barrelful in the old port cities, long before they became a rich man's delicacy. The coastal peoples knew for ages, the sea's small-shelled things carry a dense strength. The action: eat them cooked, a small serving, they give much and little. A squeeze of lemon lays the vitamin C atop the minerals. But take care. Raw, they carry risk for the vulnerable, so cook them, and too much zinc, day on day, will starve the body of copper. Balance, as in all things. So here is the truth beneath the title. The collagen you eat will not simply become your skin. Your body tears it down and rebuilds from the pieces. Which means the power was never in the swallowing. It was always in the building. And you hold far more sway over that than you were told. Remember the shape of it. Some foods hand you the raw collagen, the broth, the crisp skin, the gummy, the whole little fish. Others, with no collagen at all, hand your body the tools to assemble its own. The citrus, the berries, the roadside rosehip, and the oyster brings the minerals that lock it all together. Neither half works without the other. Here is the simple protocol, the one you can begin today. At one snack, pair a collagen food with a vitamin C food, sardines with lemon, broth with something green, gummies set in real juice. Do it most days, not once. And protect what you've built. The sun and the smoke undo collagen faster than any snack can replace it, so guard your skin from both. But hear the last word of an old being who has watched the hopeful spend their coin on powders. The honest research says the gains are modest, and they only come to those who keep at it, day after day. And when the studies are run by those with nothing to sell, some of the grandest promises grow quiet. So eat these for the steady support they give, not for a cure. The body mends slowly, the way the land does. Give it the tools, give it the time, and let it do the ancient work it has always known how to do. If this knowledge belongs in your life, tap subscribe and stay rooted. The rooted are not subscribers. The rooted are those who carry this knowledge forward, the way it's been carried for 1,000 generations. Share it with someone who needs it. Drop a comment and tell me which one surprised you most. And I'll be here, where I've always been, waiting in the green.